And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Find the touch. Find the range. Find themselves. We're almost at game time. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at the Clippers. They're way down there in the conference standings, looking for a lot of improvement during the second half of the season.
Yeah, and I think the Clippers, their place in the standings would be a disappointment for just about any team, but especially one with such high expectations.
I agree, guys. I thought they'd be a lot better. Sometimes you can have disappointing years like this, though, and they're not a lot of fun to be a part of.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Bol, Red Van Vliet out there with Brandon Miller. Then it's Bird, and it's Simmons in at the four-man position. And for Los Angeles, we'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Bogdanovich out there with Harden, and it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
Here is Harden. Bol making his last shot. Pass to Leonard. Nifty move. That shot off. Simmons with the defensive effort. Powell against Bird. Miller outside. They get it back. Ball kicks to Miller. Bird outside. Pass to Bol. Just 5 to shoot. And another shot. And it's Bird missing.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Harden bounce pass. Leonard finds Zubac. Shoots over Van Vliet. And that one is good from Zubac.
And guys, the best thing about Kawhi picking up assists is that it's contagious. When you've got a dominant scorer setting his teammates up and everyone falls in line.
Now here's Van Vliet. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Simmons against Bogdanovich. Simmons passes to Bird. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And what a new era for the Clippers, Greg, playing here in their own arena, the Intuit Dome.
You had no more sharing, right? No more covering up Laker banners. It feels like the Clippers are on their own 2 feet now. This was the goal for the ownership group, and they made it happen.
The first free throw is good.
And like his father, Manute, Bol's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
And so Bol nails both of them. And so Powell will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2.
You know, some teams just have your number, and that was the case between these two last season.
Now here's Powell. Last game we saw him score 14. 6 on the shot clock. From deep, Harden. And Bol pulls it down. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Los Angeles Lakers.
And this is what you like about Miller. He has great range from 3, but he can also make tough shots in traffic.
Simmons against Leonard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Larry Bird.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Clippers shooting their first foul shots of the night here. No good on that one.
Taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Van Vliet looking around. Bird passes to Simmons. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And here's a guy who loves playing inside. Simmons can play some bully ball down low.
Pass to Powell. Harden outside. Up top, Leonard, covered by Miller. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite. Known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Coach, what did you like to see from your teams at this point of the season?
Well, you would think, Kevin, that at this point, we would be making fewer mistakes, and especially mental mistakes where we break down. There's always going to be physical mistakes. You're going to have some turnovers. Hopefully they're not out of carelessness. But you shouldn't be missing rotations or not executing a play, not setting the screen. Execution and attention to detail should be good by now.
And here is Van Vliet. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Pass to Bull. Inside, Simmons. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And it's 6 points for Ben Simmons.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
Now here's Leonard. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Fires from the wing. Harden's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Miller outside. Pass to Van Vliet. Down low. Here's Bird. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Bull sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Here's Leonard. Last game he had 12.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game. And so far, having trouble converting on the inside.
Miller outside. It's tipped. Leonard with the steal. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And Bogdanovich, the bucket on the assist from Harden.
Oh, great find there from Harden. He's just so good at finding his teammates in rhythm.
Van Vliet against Harden. And Simmons kicks to Van Vliet. Pass to Bird. Clock at 6. Over Leonard. Nice follow through on the fadeaway.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Miller against Harden. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And what control from Harden inside, adjusting his shot perfectly for that short-range make.
Miller outside. Back to Van Vliet. Second shot opportunity. Shot's good from Bird.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Hits it from three-point range. Leonard's got 7.
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
Van Vliet passes to Bird. To Van Vliet. Bird outside. Shoots over Leonard. And it's Bird missing.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
Bogdanovich dishes to Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
Timeout. And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
And check out who's coming onto the court right now. Time to get excited for your Bucks.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Jones comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Bogdanovich. Van Vliet against Harden. Pass to Miller. Here's Wagner. Van Vliet outside. Now here's Caruso. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Van Vliet outside. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
And count on Van Vliet to hit that three-point shot. He's an efficient scorer from beyond the arc.
Done outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Now here's Caruso. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Leonard with the steal. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
The giant wingspan and hands of Leonard, those help so much when he's on the break.
Van Vliet passes to Caruso. Miller surveying the floor. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Buries it from three-point range. Van Vliet's got 6.
And you have to appreciate the confidence. Van Vliet wastes no time shooting the rock when he is in that groove.
Harden finds Leonard. Wagner against Jones. Just his first attempt. Oh, that's good.
A nearly unblockable shot. You see how much confidence he has going to the turnaround.
Harden against Van Vliet. Pass to Bird. And here's Wagner. Van Vliet outside. Here's Caruso. 4 on the shot clock. Van Vliet outside. Cans it from downtown. He's got 9.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Here's Powell. Dunn, the bounce pass. Leonard with no one around. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Wagner as screen on Harden. Van Vliet passes to Wagner. Out to Miller. And here's Bird. He's covered by Leonard. With the fadeaway. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
On the wing, Harden. Jones with the screen on Van Vliet. A three from Leonard. Caruso grabs the miss.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Shots good by Miller.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Leonard. Amir Coffey comes in for Powell. And Miller's subbed in for James Harden. And it's the Clippers with the ball. 4-point game. Dunn passes to Coffey. And that's collected by Brook. Gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you watch Miller, he keeps the defense on its heels. They don't know what he's going to do.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
First free throw is good. Mills, who's checked in for the Clippers. He hits both from the stripe.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Pass to Zubac. 54 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Mills. He's tightly guarded. Shot clock at 6. Coffey. Larry Bird grabs the miss. Bird's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Now here's Pippen. Off target from three-point range.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Caruso looking for an opening. Pass to Pippen. Miller outside. Here's Bird. Buried from 15 feet out. Bird's got 6 points.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Up 6. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Clippers trail by 6. Mo Wagner out there with Nance. And it's Alex Caruso. Then there's Brandon Miller. And it's Pippen in at the point guard position. Christie against Miller. Takes it inside. Christie can't make it. Gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Wagner. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Miller's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Christie. Fires it up. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Now Pippen, still without a basket. Miller outside. 6 to shoot. Nance, right side, stolen by Zubac. And they're moving it up. Here's Dunn. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. In the last few decades, we've seen the 3 become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is.
Take a break.
And teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the 3 spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the 3 is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they move it, maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner 3.
And so Dunn nails both of them. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Christie against Bogdanovich. Nance passes to Bull. It's hauled in by Zubac. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 4. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. Here's Pippen. Still yet to score. Bull setting the pick for Pippen. To the middle. And it's Bull that time on the assist by Pippen.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Outside Bogdanovich. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Zubac against Bull. That one misses. Clippers trail by 5. Bogdanovich with it. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Christie kicks to Caruso. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Shot clock at 5. It's deflected, and he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Dunn, wide open, he fires, cans the shot with nobody near him. Dunn's got 5.
Yeah, Leonard really utilizing the vision to find the crack in the defensive coverage.
Nance sets a screen for Van Vliet. Pass to Nance, and Nance slams it in.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Clippers trail by 5. And here is Dunn, coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. Leonard against Caruso. And it's Leonard missing. Gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Last. Touched by Dunn. Here's someone who's really been playing well, earning the Player of the Month in the East, Larry Bird.
And having a small forward on the wing of his caliber just opens up so many things for your team. A lot of attention is paid to him, and with the stretch he's had, even more will be coming his way.
Los Angeles on D. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Clippers have gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. Pass to Jones. Here's Leonard. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
Leonard hits them both.
And a guy any team would love to have. The quiet confidence of Kawhi has worked throughout his career.
Van Vliet with the bounce pass. Defended by Jones. And it's Bird missing.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Done outside. Pass to Zubac. Leonard looking over the floor. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Dunn misses.
Well, I don't love him taking that shot, especially with the defense right there.
And the dunk by Ball.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 5-point game. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, you got to think Coach will show this one as an example of what not to do. You got to take care of the ball.
Now, here's Dunn. He's got 5. Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Over Bird. Kicks it out to Jones. Hits the 3-point bomb. Jones has got 5 points so far.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Van Vliet. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
And here is Dunn following Larry Bird's three. And here we go. Van Vliet heading to the hoop. Great play by Bird to set it up. Bird's got his third assist on the night.
And terrific hustle from Van Vliet in transition, getting up court fast to finish the fast break.
Now here's Jones. His last outing, he had 8 points. And Bogdanovich kicks to Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Van Vliet passes to Christie. Back to Van Vliet. Good, nice job down low. He's got 13.
It's been all Van Vliet tonight. One of the best undrafted players in league history.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred Van Vliet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. A different look for the Clippers. Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubac. And James Harden subbed in for Chris Dunn.
Let's hear it for you. Substitution on the court.
Pass to Jones. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Leonard has it in the corner. Aggressive move inside from Kawhi.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
Simmons sets a screen for Van Vliet. Out to Bird. Beyond the arc. Eubanks grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 6. Bogdanovich inside. Simmons is there. Jones, no one around him. Offline with his 3.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Shots good from Bird.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now, here is Harden. 23 points for him the last game against the Lakers.
Yeah, and his facilitating was also extremely impressive. He was outsmarting the defense and easily connecting with ready shooters.
Now, here's Bird. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. And finished off by Wagner.
Well, look, you can't let Wagner get this deep. You deserve to get dunked on when you give him this positioning.
Now here's Jones. 5 points in the game. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Eubanks. Jones from outside. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got 4 rebounds now tonight. On the wing, Bird. Defended by Jones. Jones against Bird. He gets hauled in by Los Angeles.
And once he had to change his shot in the face of the D, you just had a feeling that one wasn't going to fall.
Leonard kicks to Jones. Leonard with a screen on Wagner. Pass to Harden. 5 on the clock. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Harden's got 5 points so far.
Oh, the rare catch and shoot from Harden, showing it's still in his bag.
Van Vliet passes to Simmons. Van Vliet outside. James Harden with the rebound. Clippers trail by 7. Outside Leonard. Jones kicks to Leonard. Pass to Eubanks. To the inside. Harden, no good. Gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Bird against Harden. Fade away. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Bird's got 7 points for the quarter. And it's Harden with the ball for the Clippers. They trail by 9 points. Outside Leonard. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Outside Jones. Pass to Harden. Outside Leonard. There's the triple. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Miller inside. Eubanks defending. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And drawing contact is what Miller does best. Versatile in his movements towards the basket.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. That free throw, no good. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Foul comes in for Jones. He hits the second from the line. Clippers trail by 10. Harden the pass to Zubac. Bogdanovich with it. 36 seconds left to play here in the half. Leonard. Ooh, Kawhi gets it to go.
Such a strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
On the wing, Bird lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Leonard dishes to Harden. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Off target from outside.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And that concludes the first half. They're up by 11. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Coach Ty Lue. Coach, how do you get control of this game in the second half?
I think we just got to do a better job rebounding the basketball and taking care of the basketball. We have some shots that we normally make, we didn't. We just got to get back in transition.
And building that wall will help you, Coach, I know. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead.
They've made it fun to watch. Some of the best players in the world doing what they do best, Ernie.
Yeah, when everything clicks, it can be the most beautiful game on earth. 5 guys with one mission. And how about we move it on over for a preview of who we might be seeing in the dunk contest this year.
This is a contest where sometimes you get guys who don't play much. So a lot of their best dunks happen in practice. Makes the evaluation a lot harder.
Word gets out, though, Kenny.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Harden out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Now, here is Bird. At the elbow, Bowl. Miller against Powell. And there it is for him. Miller's got 9 points.
And more than just a jump shooter, Miller's very good around the rim. A rare quality for a wing these days.
Harden the pass to Powell. About 1 minute played here in the second half. That one drops for him. He has 7.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Now Miller, 9 points in the game so far. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Bull. In the corner, it's Bird. It's Powell on the wing. Jumps up. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. There's Van Vliet after the basket by Los Angeles. Just 5 to shoot. Outside, Simmons. 3-pointer, Bird. No good that time. Clippers trail by 6. And here's Leonard from 3. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Miller outside. Harden against Van Vliet on the wing. Bird. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Powell with a screen on Bull. Leonard finds Powell. The shot that time, not on target. Good D by Miller.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Pass to Simmons. In the corner, it's Bird. The 3. Drills it from outside. Bird's got 16 points.
This is just what Bird does. He makes shooting from range look easy.
And is on a bounce to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
Okay, a chance to check out the numbers for Miller. How last month turned out for him. He's putting up about 17 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
And the shot goes down. Gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Bull. Back to Van Vliet. Over Harden. Lock at 6. Yep, that one goes. 10 points for him.
And the touch ball is impressive. You can tell he has a lot of confidence in that shot.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but he's also led the league in assists. So, pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything in the East right now stands. Taking a look here at the visitors. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And the Clippers have possession. 6-point game. Pass to Bogdanovich. Powell, no one around him. And Simmons with the rebound. Simmons got his 5th rebound in this one.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Harden outside. This one for 3. Bird pulls it in. Gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Inside. Here's Bull. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist. Bird's got 6 assists now in the game. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing here by 8. Zubac against Bull. Powell. And no good that time. Good D by Miller. Bird, the pass to Simmons. Now here's Van Vliet. Bird with it. 16 points for him. Over Bogdanovich. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Bird's got 5 points now this quarter. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Harden finds Leonard. Over Simmons. And again, no good by the Clippers. Gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Miller against Leonard. Tries the spin move. Miller dishes to Bird. Miller the pass to Bird. 5 to shoot. Over Leonard. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 8 rebounds in this game. Bogdanovich dishes to Leonard. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 31. Zubac the pass to Powell. Zubac with the screen for Powell. Back to Zubac. Stolen by Bird. Pushing it up. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And no issues getting up for Simmons. An emphatic 2 points from the Australian.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. Looking for a breather, and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Johnny's checked in for Bogdanovich. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. I'm going back in my Rolodex here. Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah, my wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. That free throw good from Harden. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
No good from Bird.
And the defense gave him no space. He had to fade back. That's not an easy look for most guys.
Gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. Count it.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Osumu, he's checked in for Pippen. Free throw good. Bird.
Few players have the overall game of Larry Bird. Obviously, we know he can shoot the lights out, but he's also an elite level passer.
Now, here's Zubac. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Harden kicks to Dunn. Pass to Zubac. Puts up a 3. And that's good. Norman Powell for 3. Powell's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Bird outside. Back to Osumu. Great D that time from Powell. Clippers trail by 11. And it's Leonard top of the key. Back to Powell. Fires the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Now here's Osumu. Scoreless thus far. Good on the triple.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Leonard on the wing. He's defended by Wagner. And the dunk by Zubac.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Caruso against Dunn. Pass to Bird. And here is Caruso. Releases from 15, and the jumper is good. Osunu's got his first basket.
Yeah, those passing skills are just part of what makes Caruso a valuable piece.
Harden the pass to Dunn. Pass to Powell. Shoots it. Bird pulls it in. Bird's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. 1:57 left here in the third quarter. Here's Dunn. Not enough on that one as it misses. Gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Right at the free throw line. Pass to Christie. Now here is Bird. Shoots from 8. It's good. Bird's got 26 points.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Clippers trail by 13. Outside Leonard. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Powell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Powell's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Now here's Dosunmu. A wide open look for Bird. Good on the three-point shot. Bird's got 16 here in the second half.
Well, he's making a concerted effort to use the three-point shot here in the second half. Only one in the first, 3 since the break.
Powell against Caruso. Caruso with the steal. Pass to Bird. Goes up from the top of the key. Leonard brings the double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Bird with it. Now guarded by Dunn. There's the three. No good from Bird. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 14-point game. Good. Kawhi working near the hoop.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
Bird right side. Takes a three. That shot, no good. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Up by 12. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And let's take now this moment to bring up our state. Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We've got Fred VanVleet. Wagner is out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Miller, and it's Christie in at the shooting guard. 3-on-3. Here's Leonard. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
First team foul. At the line for your Clippers, Kawhi Leonard. One shot.
Percentage 59%. The offense is running smoothly. To the paint. Here's Miller, and Miller throws it down hard.
Oh, easy money for Miller. He just generates offense.
Clippers trail by 11. Dunn outside. Pass to Leonard. Six on the shot clock. Launches a three. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Pass to Christie. Back to VanVleet. Here's Christie. Ball's knocked loose. It doesn't go for him. Dunn with some nice D. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Here's Eubanks. Count the basket. Eubanks got it back down to within single digits for the Clippers.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Van Vliet outside. Pass to Caruso. Out to Miller. Back to Caruso. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Miller's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight.
And Caruso knows how to catch defenses off guard. Great work off that catch.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Inside, here's Jones. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Brandon Miller.
Second team foul. At the line for one, Derek Jones Jr.
That one misses for Jones. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And after playing the first half without a single turnover, he's gotten a little careless since the break.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Dunn. Leonard inside, defended by Caruso, and a missed layup.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Done against Van Vliet. Caruso sets the screen for Van Vliet. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Inside play there from Van Vliet, not letting the foul deny him from getting the shot off.
Van Vliet, shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And so Van Vliet nails both of them.
And, you know, it takes an intelligent player to match up with bigger guys and win. Fred VanVleet is that player. He can outsmart guys who have, on paper, the advantage.
Now here's Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A second chance effort. It's hauled in by Bird.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Now, here's Bull. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Bull, that's good.
And a tall player with that kind of speed is a rare commodity.
Now, here's Dunn. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Covered by Van Vliet. Bogdanovich, no luck. Gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Simmons, a screen on Jones. Bird looking it over. And he uses the glass on the layup. Bird's got 31.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Bogdanovich against Van Vliet. A 3 from Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
Yeah, and he seems to have lost his rhythm all of a sudden. This has not been his quarter.
On the wing, Bird. He is covered by Bogdanovich. Back to Bird. Corner shot. Eubanks grabs the miss. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Down by 15. Here's Leonard. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. On the wing, Bird. Eubanks defending. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
First personal foul. 17. At the line for the away team, Larry Bird. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Eubanks. Powell comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And James Harden has subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. Bird hits them both. Clippers trail by 17. Harden outside. Pass to Dunn. Back to Harden. To the middle. Here's Zubac. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And that's now 7 points for Ivica Zubac. On the wing, Bird. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Dunn. LA has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Bird, the pass to Simmons. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Chris Dunn did not like that.
Goodness, Ben Simmons, unreal.
The Clippers shooting a pedestrian 36% in the 4th quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Zubac with the screen for Harden. It's good from long range.
Yeah, after a slow start to the game, he's been productive and efficient here in the second half.
Van Vliet against Harden. On the wing, Miller. Bird outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Norman Powell.
Shooting for the away team, Larry Bird. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, we're seeing a different version of him in this half, taking a more direct approach. He didn't have a single free throw in the first half.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Bogdan Bogdanovich comes in for Chris Dunn. Bird hits them both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Pass to Powell. Back to Harden. Jacks up a 3. And it's Bird with the rebound. Bird's Van Vliet outside. Miller outside. In the corner, it's Bird. 6 to shoot. Bowl, a screen on Leonard. And here's Simmons for three. And stolen by Leonard. Bogdanovich looking around. Leonard finds Zubac. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Outside Leonard. Good on the bucket. Leonard's got 15 points in just the second half.
We're seeing the offensive side of Kawhi tonight. One of the all-time great two-way players.
Here's Van Vliet. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
Yeah, showing absolutely zero fear as he goes right at the bigger defender.
And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
Now here's Leonard. And stolen by Miller. Down low. Bull. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. Miller's got 5 assists in the game.
And, guys, this is kind of Bull's role. He's out there to score, and he does it in a variety of ways.
Miller against Harden. Pass to Leonard. Now Zubac. Now Powell. Back to Zubac. Clock at 6. Powell with it. Bull covering. The shot by Powell, no good. Gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Bird outside. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Bull. To the inside. Down low. And Bird with the basket on the assist from Miller. Miller's got his 6th assist on the night.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Now here's Harden. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. They get a hand on it. Van Vliet up top. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Bird misses. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Clippers. Leonard the pass to Bogdanovich. They need this one. Fred VanVleet grabs the miss. Gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth. 8 of 12. Here's Simmons. No good. He falls short of the perfection with his first miss. He's 7 of 8. To the paint. Here's Leonard. And Bull pulls it down. Bull's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Harden against Van Vliet. Pass to Bird from past the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And that one's good. Leonard.
Well, sometimes you need more than just your stars, though. They've got to run something to get the other guys good looks.
Now here's Van Vliet. Bird right side.
Kawhi Leonard. Second personal foul. 15 foul. Shooting for the away team, Ben Simmons. At the line for 2.
That one is off. And a few years back, the NBA coach decided to change how they do take fouls. It appears it's had the impact they wanted, don't you think?
I certainly do, Kevin. I thought it was a great rule change. There's almost nothing more exciting in NBA basketball than the fast break. And take fouls were limiting that. Now that we've gotten rid of those, we're really getting to see the athleticism of NBA players.
Yeah, because we want to see the finish, don't we? You want to see what happens when they do get off on that kind of break.
That's where the excitement happens.
Pass to Eubanks. Tries from 10. Larry Nance comes up with the rebound. Now Pippen. Here's Christie. Misses the layup. And here is Los Angeles now. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Dunn passes to Eubanks. Here's Coffey, defended by Christie. Just 5 on the clock. Brown with the screen on Christie. Coffey. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Larry Bird.
Boy, what we saw, man. Larry Bird struggled to shoot tonight, but the team got it done. Let's take a look at Larry Bird's shooting numbers. Bird didn't really shoot well. He made 4 for 13, but that's a lot of shots for him. But hey, look at the production. Second chance points and got 15 rebounds and 7 assists. But look, everybody else got involved. So we're seeing Larry Bird's points per game is going down finally. I knew it was going to happen at some point. The season fatigue was going to take his place. It's not like Michael Jordan. If you go and watch my Jordan series, Jordan's able to keep that up because he has other ways to score beyond just post-ups, jump shooting, and driving into the free throw line. Like, it takes a lot of energy to do that. Jordan's ability to get in the lane and elevate on guys. Even if his jump shot's not working, he can still get in the lane and just elevate on guys with layups and stuff. So he can still keep that going. It's hard to continue to score at a high clip like that on jump shots and post-ups and moving without the ball all season long. You can do it, I guess, but I knew Bird was going to come down at some point. But Fred VanVleet stepped up, 7 assists, 18 points, Pro Bowl, 16 and 10. How about Kawhi Leonard, though? 40 points, man. Goes 6 of 11 from downtown, 15 for 35. Let's take a look at him. He just didn't get any. I don't know what happened to James Harden. James Harden didn't. He just got quiet, man. He didn't do anything in this game. It was all Kawhi, man. Kawhi was dominant, man. He was just destroying everything that moved. Doom. But Team Larry Bird yet again. The Bird man. Look at that steal. Dude thought he came out of nowhere, stole the ball. Behind the back rebound. One of the few threes he made tonight. 4 for 13. Not a great shooting night in my opinion. But he hit some big shots to answer Kawhi when Kawhi was coming on strong. So And he did score 37 points, albeit some of it coming from the free throw line and just getting out and running and hitting, going out there and getting some cheap buckets. So Team Larry Bird doing it as the season goes on. Good defensive performance too, helped 93 points. But coming up after this, it will be Team Larry Bird going back to Boston again. No, actually it'll be Showtime. Showtime going into. Hold on, we have a trade offer here. Let's see what we got. No, we're just declining that. Jazz receive. No. So it's going to be Las Vegas going into Utah to take on the Utah Jazz. But after that game is played, Larry Bird goes back to Boston again. Remember last week he played the Boston Celtics here and lost, where Jason Tatum out-battled Larry Bird, 38 points and 14 rebounds. And more importantly, most of his points came in the fourth quarter. And Larry Bird was not able to answer, and the Boston Celtics stunned. Look at that fourth quarter scoring by Boston over there in the right-hand corner. You can see it. 34 points in the fourth quarter at 20. Absolutely owned Team Larry Bird in the fourth. So we'll see what happens in that rematch coming up. But coming up next, though, it will be Team Showtime going on the road again to face the Utah Jazz, who are 9-26. Man, these are some bad teams. I have to admit, man, it seems like that Team Showtime is really getting an easy schedule right now. I mean, they're beating up on a lot of you. First, you got Washington, who's struggling. Atlanta was good. New York is but you saw they lost to New York. New York's a monster. The Pistons aren't playing very well right now in the season, and then the struggling Sixers. Now they're getting Utah. So they're having a chance to get their season going off. But let's take a quick look at the standings right now out west. Well, it's shaking out now. That three team tie is now shaking up a little bit. Showtime has it out right now at number 1 seed. And out east, Team Larry Bird, 30 wins on the season already, alongside the New York Knicks, who have 30 wins too. They're 30-8. So the Eastern Conference, man, it's looking like it's going to come down. It's looking like it's going to come down to pretty much Team Larry Bird and the Knicks. Everybody else can just pretty much forget about it. I mean, look at that. The Celtics are 8 games behind the Knicks just to get the second spot. Or the first spot, excuse me. Jeez, man. It is all about the Team Larry Bird and the Knicks. Meanwhile, out west, it's a dogfight. This could go anyway. I mean, the Denver Nuggets could easily move up before the season's over with. They could be the number 1 seed easily. So the Western Conference is wide open. It's a dogfight, while the Eastern Conference is pretty much sewed up. It's going to come down to Team Larry Bird and the Knicks. That's your Eastern Conference Finals right there, folks. There's your Eastern Conference Finals right there. Team Larry Bird, the Knicks. Unless a crazy injury. I mean, we already had a crazy injury happen to Duren, but the team is performing still. So, but that's down the line. What's coming up next is going to be as I said before, Showtime taking on the Jazz, and that'll be coming up on my channel. If you guys want to check that out, I humbly ask you guys to go ahead and give this video a like, and share the video and like it and all that stuff, and subscribe to my channel if you like what you're seeing. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a moment of the action. Also, check out my playlist with Michael Jordan from 1991 Michael Jordan. And you also have 1992 Michael Jordan. You also have 1962 Wilt Chamberlain. We also have 2006 Kobe Bryant. For goodness sakes, I'm listing these guys off like they're wines. like I'm talking about wine bottles. We have a 2006 vintage Kobe Bryant in the back. Perfectly aged. Sound like a wine connoisseur. Talk about basketball players like they're fine wines, but they are though. You know, there's a reason why we remember the years from great players that those were their best years. So, but anyway, hope you guys are having a good time wherever you are in the world, and just chilling and having fun, just kicking back and just getting down the road, man, having fun, doing whatever you like doing. I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope you guys will join me. Peace out. Take care.